New year, new grill. First cook this weekend. I've never used a pellet grill before, and I really have no idea what I'm doing, but I'm starting anyways. If you enjoy cooking, learning, and sharing food with people, I'm glad you're here.
Welcome to Well Seasoned, a series about cooking, fellowship, and faith.
Okay, so I'm not that bad at cooking. I grew up surrounded by some really great cooks, especially people who love cooking outside, and that stuck with me. I love learning new recipes, new techniques, and sharing food and stories with people. That's a big reason I wanted to do this series. And these days, I really appreciate anything low maintenance. We've got 2 little ones, so time and attention feels limited in this phase of life. I've enjoyed cooking on my Fornetto, but it takes a lot of running in and out, and I never really perfected the art of keeping the right temperature. I wanted something easier to manage with our 2 little ones wearing me out. A buddy from church who knows his stuff recommended Pit Boss, and after months of research, I finally decided on the 850DX. It checked a lot of boxes for me. Easy to run, good size, and something I can trust while still keeping up with the kiddos. I'm not here to review it, there are plenty of those already, but a few things sold me on it. The hopper size, the cooking space, the shelves, the app, and the option to sear. Mostly, I just wanted something I could start up and let run. Now that it's finally here, let's test it out. I read online that pork butt is one of the most forgiving things you can smoke, especially if you're learning. So I went to the store, grabbed some dry rub, and it cut just over 9 pounds. I'm keeping it simple. No trimming, no fancy techniques, just a mustard binder and a good amount of store-bought rub. I've learned that when you're stepping into something new, overthinking usually makes it harder. Y'all know good foundations really matter, whether it's cooking, building something, or your faith. Starting with the basics is the right move. This is my first cook on a pellet grill. I've done the burn off already, so I'm going to take the meat out of the fridge, set the grill to 225 and let that get up to temp, and I'm going to place it directly on the grates. Based on what I've read, it'll take about 18 hours or so to get the temp to 195 to 201. New controls, new process, a lot of unknowns, but once it's on, my job for the night is basically done. There's something wild about putting food on the smoker, going to bed, and trusting it'll still be working in the morning. A new day changes the perspective a little bit, doesn't it? The smoker's still running, the process is still working, even when I'm not standing here watching it. Pretty awesome. There's a verse in Proverbs about trusting the Lord and not leaning on your own understanding. This cook feels a lot like that. You take the next step, even without all the answers, and you just trust God with the outcome. Something I've had to learn going into this new year. After the stall, I bumped the temperature up, I wrapped it, and I let it finish. I rested it for an hour, and then this.
My goodness. My goodness.
Why is the door not shut?
Waiting for delivery and letting the pork butt sit overnight, smoking it low and slow for over 19 hours and then resting it for an hour. It takes patience, but the payoff is worth it. If this year feels new or uncertain, you don't have to have it all figured out. Be patient, stay steady, and let God do the work in the waiting. Thanks for watching. More cooking and more people coming soon.